Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee. Tom Wiley here. It's Music City for most people. It's Championship City for Montana State fans this week. And while the teams get ready for Monday's FCS title game, we found a pretty neat love story off the field that has a newly engaged couple cheering for opposite sides. Meet Dan McGee and Lexi Showalter. They met in dental school in Michigan and got engaged in Central Park just weeks ago. But before they were Wolverines, they were Bobcats and Redbird, 2022 graduates of Montana State and Illinois State. And this week, that certainly matters.
Growing up in Montana, you're either a Grizz or Cats fan, and my family had always been Cats fan growing up. So, I always knew I was going to be a Cat since I was a little kid. So
Lexi's love for Illinois State runs just as deep.
It's kind of been in my life. I spent 22 years in the town, and both my mom's parents graduated from ISU. My dad has his bachelor's. My mom got her master's.
Only one problem. Lexi wasn't even following Redbird football until suddenly this championship run became impossible to ignore.
Like, we're having a great basketball year, so I feel like that's kind of what the attention had been until they beat North Dakota State. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then we started paying attention.
The win over the Bison is when it clicked that this might actually happen, and the joking started.
kind of immediately we were kind of making jokes back and forth if that was going to be, something that we'd see in the championship by any means. All of a sudden it really became real once Illinois State came to the semis. And
They've toured each other's campuses. Lexi even experienced a Bobcat game, and yes, the tailgate impressed.
The thing that I thought was most interesting is that you could leave the game and come back in at halftime. I've never heard of that before. Everyone was so excited, and then you go and you get to eat more of her good tailgate food.
They won't make it to Nashville because of exams, but the rivalry is alive in their relationship, just without too much trash talk.
a lot of bragging rights, and I'm sure maybe a dinner at Chili's or something's on the line. So.
But don't worry, they do have predictions.
I think ISU's going to kill it. They're going to blow them out.
I think it's going to be a tight one. I think we're going to see another fourth quarter lead, and I think it's going to be 45-32.
Engaged, in love, and temporarily divided. No matter the outcome, one of them gets a championship, and both get a pretty great story. Tom Wiley, MTN Sports.